Hello my friends, and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of work on Kullish. Kullish is a bring your own links comment aggregation service. And basically what that means is when you see an interesting link, like this one I saw this morning for example, you right click and hit read comments on Kullish, or you can copy and paste the URL into here, and what it will do is it will go and look for comments on this particular article, whatever it is, from across the internet, and then you can filter it to show you discussions only, oldest first, newest first, and you can filter by the different sources as well. It supports a number of sources, and it's really just a part of my everyday internet browsing life now. If I see an article that I like on Hacker News, on a subreddit, wherever it is, I will either use the browser extension, or there is also an iOS shortcut, and I'll go, hey, let's read these comments from everywhere on Kullish, just to get a bit of a view outside of my own echo chamber, I guess, and try and have my finger on the pulse of what is going on in different communities, how are different communities reacting to the same thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. If you haven't used it before, I encourage you to check it out. It's a different way to browse comments on the internet, but maybe it's one that will work for you as well as it has for me. So what did I want to work on today? You may notice that on the top of latest, instead of having a nice title like all of these others, we just have Reuters.com. So this is actually the link for the comments on this article. And there are some websites where they're just very aggressively not letting people programmatically access the website. So what Kullish does, the API is kind of set to only look at the URL for the query, and then it goes and it queries that URL, and then it looks in the HTML returned for the title. Some websites do this where you just end up with Reuters.com, which kind of sucks. But I figured that since, most people who are using this now are using either the browser extension to right click or the iOS shortcut via the share sheet, we can leverage that, right? Because when people are interacting with Kullish through either of those two mechanisms, the website has already loaded on their side, on the client side. So we can just take that information and send it over the wire to Kullish, right? And then, maybe if somebody pastes the URL in here, then we can go and try and do that lookup if it's necessary. So this is actually closed source. This is not open source. It's just something that I work on my own. If you would like to support this, there are links where you can sponsor me on GitHub, donate on Ko-Fi, or donate with Lightning. But yeah, for now this is closed source. But I figured, what the hell, why not give everybody a look into the inner workings of Kullish while I make this change. So, wait. So I was going to show the main entry point for this. There's a lot of code. You got to bear with me. Right, so the main kind of entry point here is the /search get path. And this returns an HTTP response, which is, the page that you end up on here. Yeah, so I guess we'll start from here. So we have some query params, search params, and the only required param is Q, which is the URL, but here I think we can now add a title in those params, which is an option string. So let's go and take a look once more here. So what happens here? We enter into the search handler, and the bulk of the work is done here in the fetch search data function. And we pass those search params along, and at a certain point, we try to look up the title. And, we have this get title function here, which makes that HTTP request to get the HTML that I was talking about. But now that we have maybe we have an option string of title, why don't we see if let some title equals search params dot title. And we can say if we have that, then we don't even need to do that request, right? So we can do let title is if let some title, then we just return that title. Otherwise, we can call get title, which makes that network request, and then we can use that. Nice. So I have already a local version of Kullish running, local dev version on localhost 8080. So why don't we rebuild this, and we're going to use the same URL that we have here. So I'm going to copy this, if my mouse will let me, do /. But now we can also add another param, which is title. We'll do title equals, we'll do that from here. Here it is. Title equals all of this stuff. You can see it's doing a bunch of stuff. It's going and crawling and finding. And now we have the title, which is pretty cool. Which is pretty cool indeed. I can't believe it took me so long to do this. I have been putting off doing this for so long, and I don't know why. I've been so frustrated. So I do have like a manual override mechanism in place for this. Yeah, so you can, I'll bring this over here. You can see I've done this before, like when titles don't get done properly, don't get grabbed properly. So I'm going to update this one on prod. So I already have the title. I just need the URL again. And so I have this update endpoint that I can hit with a secret. So I'm going to update this on prod now, hopefully. Sweet. And now let's see if... Damn it, that didn't work. Why did you not work? Oh, it's probably because of that final... Why are you playing with me? I think maybe the key might be wrong. Alright, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to double check the key. Alright, it was an issue with the key, so I've gone ahead and updated that. And you can see now that the title is updated. And prod as well. Panic over. Yeah, I think that is it. Let me know if you would like to know more about Kullish. If you have feature requests as well for Kullish, let me know. Maybe we can start doing some more work on this as well. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Keep this video nice and short and bite-sized. If you like this video, please do make sure to subscribe. If you are interested in this tiling window manager that I'm using on Windows, this is my tiling window manager called Komorebi. You can find that on GitHub, fully open source. You can install this through Winget and through Scoop now, and there is a quick start video. If you'd like to sponsor all of the stuff that I do, head on over to the GitHub sponsor page. This is mainly targeted towards sponsoring Komorebi, but if you want to sponsor Kullish, you can come here too. And like I mentioned, there are other links for Ko-Fi and Lightning as well. All right, my friends, I hope that whatever you all do today, you have a great day. Free Palestine. And I'll see you all back here next time.